Hello, my name is Linda Ellis, and this is my Artifact 8. For Artifact 8, it shows the engaged learning project that I implemented with my 12th grade personal financial literacy class. Students met via Zoom with a representative from EverFi, and other personal financial literacy classes joined in on that Zoom meeting. Students were also instructed to talk to their parents about the budget project components in order to gather real-life examples. At the completion of the project, students were asked to share their presentation with their parents. It will be shared with upcoming 12th graders and was shared with a high school within our district, which in turn shared theirs with us. So I'm going to start Artifact 8 with Standard 4.1. Artifact 8 covers Standard 4.1, 4.3, 4.4, and 5.2. As you can see, the artifact shows I worked with my course team in creating and implementing this lesson and the economics teacher from a neighboring school. The artifact also provides each person's role. So to create this, we met during our common planning period, and we all had a hand in creating it, tweaking it a little bit, and the teacher from the other high school, she shared with us her thoughts and what she did in her room, and we kind of just all worked together. Our goal was to help better prepare students for after high school and college graduation. The roles for each person was, we're going to meet with the course team. I will meet with the course team prior to beginning the lesson. All the members will help create the components of the budget. All of the members will help schedule for implementing the project. When do we want to start? How long do we want it to take? Each individual part we took X amount of days for. So it wasn't done. It took weeks to do it. The course team leader will set up a date and time for Zoom meeting with the EverFi rep. And I will contact the teacher at the neighboring school so that we can be on the same page. I guess I'm pretty much their liaison. So her and I will talk. We're talking about the budget project, what she did for the day of the Zoom. Does that work for her? What class period works for her? Things like that. For the lesson, I explained the lesson. I answered any questions at that time. I make students aware of what is expected, the final outcome, why it's important to make decisions. I'll walk around. I'll assist the students. I'll have informal check-in of students' progress, provide students with needed brochures, websites that may assist the students. For Standard 4.3, the artifact shows I also worked with a representative from EverFi. And so that would be meeting with someone outside as an expert, and we did it actually virtually. So, like I said, we planned with the other school. We contacted a representative from EverFi. EverFi is 7 modules that kind of align with what we teach in personal finance. The students, they complete each module. After we review the unit, they complete the modules. It has hands-on activities, it has videos, it has many different components to it. And then they take a quiz at the end. And that's usually how we assess them for that particular unit. And so to have someone that is associated with EverFi to actually speak to the students, answer their questions, and explain the process and the reason behind EverFi. And basically, it's pretty much we want all students to understand what it's like out there in the real world before they graduate. So they'll have a clue. They'll have some kind of idea about budgeting for food, car, house, extras. If you can afford extras, can you afford savings? Can you afford even your insurance? Things like that. So one of the things the students said that really shocked them was how much living on their own was biggest thing was taxes. The next would be their rent. But they also said they really enjoyed meeting the representative. It actually helped them. They felt the interaction was informative and helped them to understand the financial side of budgeting and why the decisions they were going to make when they do this budget and in real life after high school graduation will affect their finances in the future. So for standard 4.4, my artifact shows, my learners, their supporters, their parents, their peers, fellow teachers, etc. So I asked students to share the process and final project with their parents, and I would share the final product with future students, and I shared them with the neighboring school. So we did have their supporters, and we did communicate with them effectively. And some of the examples of that is, once again, just by you can see who was talking to who was conversing with who was meeting and collaborating in order to prepare this project. And then we collaborated after the project. We actually also gave the students a little exit ticket, and it was just asking them what did they like about it, what did they not like about it, what would they like for us to improve upon. So we did that as well. Let's see. And for 5.2, Artifact 8 shows the engaged learning project that my 12th grade students completed. Shown are the learning objectives and standards used in this project. Students used technology to complete a career research, the budgeting aspects of the project, and to complete a visually appealing final product to be shared with others. And they could choose how they did that, what application they used, what format they used, as long as they had the components of the budget on there. So students will be able to make wise career and financial decisions. This was our objective for it. And as I've said many times, we're just trying to prepare them. Many students have grand ideas for as soon as they leave high school. They have no true understanding of what it's about, what's about to come their way. They may see their parents struggling, but may or may not know the actual decisions their parents have to make daily when it comes to finances. And then you have my standards that were assessed, the social studies, personal financial literacy, 1, and then personal financial literacy 2. And you had the elements A through E for 1 and A, B, and C for number 2. And you also had your standards, or your standards 1.2 and 1.6, digital citizen and creative communicator as well.